Peace, peace. What's going on, family? Coach Khayr in the building. Pardon me. I'm gonna plug up I got enough juice to do none. I know this is late night, but sometimes when the inspiration hits me, I have to do it when the inspiration hits me. Because tomorrow I may not even feel like talking about this. I've been avoiding this subject for a minute to even get into this, but this whole thing about honesty, relationships, and the cheating myth. And this video is if you are doing poly or if you're doing mono. As long as it doesn't matter whether you're doing polyamorous, whether you're doing polygamy, polygyny, or whether you are just into one person. I want to talk about the word honesty and what it means, and I want to talk about the cheating myth. Okay, that cheating is a lie. This whole thing about cheating, I'm gonna break it down like you've never heard it. So you should share this video soon. Especially like I'm just seeing all this traffic now. I don't know where it's coming from about somebody cheating, and it just I'm really sick of it. So Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, please drop your zodiac and your city and state. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Natasha Williams is in the building. Best Broadway actress, best actress in the world ever. Y'all better make sure that y'all pay attention to that right there. I seen she just popped on here. She taught me how to tie my shoes when I was 4 years old, and she's still like probably one of my best friends ever. All right, so let's get into this. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Estange ilaku. Now, normally, I probably could have put the word astrology in there in this too, and I'm going to fall back on that, okay? But because before you thought had relationships, you had these planetary bodies which are living entities, okay? Right, in the season of Pisces. What's up, Tristan? Tristan, long time no see. You still got my outfit? You know what I'm talking about. So, honesty. Honesty to myself and others at all times. Please type that so I know that you're understanding and you're following. Honesty to myself and others at all times. That's a 5-point principle. Honesty to myself and others at all times. Tristan, I'm going to inbox you my address because I'd like to wear that one more time. No, I'm just messing with you, but I might. Honesty to myself and others at all times. And if you're going to share this, please press 1. That's really all I charge for, like when I'm teaching on Facebook Live, is I just need you to share it. That's it. Let one other person know that this is what you're listening to. Honesty to myself and others. So honesty to myself is part 1. Honesty to myself at all times is part 2. Honesty to others is part 3. Honesty to others at all times is part 4. And then honesty to myself and others at all times is when I put them all together. But you must go in steps. You must go honestly with yourself first. That's really difficult for a lot of people. Then you go to honesty to myself at all times. That's super tough. Then you can start being honest with other people. So a lot of times when people get in relationships and they call somebody lying or talking about they cheating, you really haven't practiced being honest with your own self first before you start calling someone else names or accusing somebody of something or whatever. Motivation right there. You are sitting there accusing someone of something, but have you been honest with yourself first? Which is what I always go back to astrology, and you're going to be able to see who you are and how you do your relationships based on the planet Venus. Everybody type Venus. Everybody type, where's my Venus? Question mark. Type it. Where's my Venus? There's an 85+% divorce ratio in the United States, especially among African Americans. In India, it's a 4% divorce rate. Why? Because they know how a person does a relationship. So everybody's not the same. Now let me fast forward real quick. Pause right there. Let's go to this word cheating. When you use the word cheating, that means you are involved in a relationship where you monitor the sexual genitalia of another person. That's where it comes from. You're monitoring the sexual genitalia of another human being like it's your own. See, a person can only cheat on you if you own them. A person can only cheat on you if you own them. Because you get married to somebody doesn't mean you own them. My blood type is O positive. If I go get a job teaching at a university or selling cars, my blood type will still be O positive. I'll still need glasses. If I get married, I'm still me. My birthday doesn't change because I got married. You understand? My birthday is the same. So the map that I have is still the same. The map is still the same. My Venus is in the same position before I said, will you marry me? Or yes, I will marry you. That the day after I said yes. I'm still me and you're still you. Why do you now get to check where my stuff is going like you own me? Yes, if it's in our arrangement, we should be responsible to one another. I know women nor men don't like getting lied to, but how people are breaking down because somebody has sex with somebody else on a planet that's full of sex, and then you start getting into he cheated on me. Do you own him? How do you own someone? Everybody type that. How do you own someone? Question mark. How do you own someone? You've been sleeping with anybody. Why? No. You ask, so Kimberly says, so is it okay to sleep with others? My question is it okay to study astrology? Is it okay for you to study astrology to know who you're dealing with? Is it okay for you to keep checking what this other person is doing? So is it okay to sleep? He's sleeping with you or you sleeping with him? Who is others? Is it okay for you to own someone? Is my question. Is it okay for you to own someone? How? How can you own someone? How can this person cheat on you if you don't own them? And especially you people who are not married, you are the worst. You the worst. You the worst. If anybody had anything to say, it would have to be a married couple. So let me just back up for a second. I'm not talking to married people. I'm going to talk to married people in a second. Let me talk to those of you who are not married. What the hell are you talking about? Somebody cheated on me. Y'all not even married. You're not married. You're playing house. And you're not honest. If you were honest and it was all like that, then you would go ahead and get married and do the deal. And you out here playing house. Talking about somebody that cheated on you and ain't got no, you can get a ring on credit. You can get a ring, you go down there and put $200 down and get a ring and buy it on credit. And you got all these excuses about why we can't get married, but you can own this person's rights to check their sexual genitalia. You won't marry them, but they can cheat on you. You're asking another question. She said, why marriage? I want to know why use the word cheat. What gives you the right to say somebody cheated? What is cheating? I got a question for the audience now. People always ask me, I got a question for the audience, especially, you know what I'm saying? So why is the word cheated on being thrown around everywhere? Huh? Where did the word cheated come from? Why are people taking it so bad when they feel that someone slept with someone else on a planet with 7 billion other people? Why you feel so bad? Peace to the God. What's going on, Cook? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. We're just in here talking about honesty and relationships and why people use the word cheat. Cheating is a myth, player, because what the person does is who the person really is. The person is really being themselves. If they are with you and they slept with someone else, that's who they are. They didn't cheat on you. They are themselves. The question is, why can't you believe it? Because that's what honestly happened. You saw that person sleep with someone else. Let's do if you're a guy, because I wish guys would watch this. Because guys, y'all sometimes worse than the ladies. The ladies get all jammed up. Oh, they're my emotions. But you dudes, y'all been y'all emotions too. This person that you're having sex with, they went and had sex with somebody else, and you claim that they're cheating. No, they wanted to have sex with somebody else. How did they cheat? How can they cheat on you? They just had sex with both of y'all. That ain't cheating. That's what they do. I'm just against the term. I'm against the term. The term isn't correct. If I slept with this person and then she slept with somebody else, she didn't cheat on me. That's her vagina. Everybody type in her vagina. Everybody type it in, her vagina. That's her vagina. How can she cheat on me with her vagina? I'm just waiting on the answer. Somebody to please say something. I know some of y'all got y'all mouths open, because this is about DNA explosions, so you can start exploring what, how you doing. Yeah. I don't know, Kimberly, you're typing in incomplete sentences. I don't know what you're saying. No sex, we are together. I don't know what that means. We are, and are you saying we are together means you own his sexual organs? Is that how you do relationships? You do relationships that say, if we together, your sexual organs are now under my control. Y'all see what's happening here? My part is, I don't understand why my conversation right now is baffling to people. If you were sleeping with whoever you wanted to sleep with before you got in a relationship, and you were doing it honestly, then when you get into a relationship, and you feel like sleeping with someone else, then how are you cheating? That's what you do. That's all I want people to realize. The person you never were cheated on. The person was who they really are. That's honesty in relationships. They didn't cheat on you. They were honest. They showed you who they were. Some of you don't understand it because you don't want to understand it. You want to use the word cheat. You want to make an excuse for who does understand what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, press 1. If you don't understand what I'm saying, press 2. Let's have a poll. 2, you don't understand. 1, you do understand. Yeah, that's it. 1 if you get it, 2 if you don't get it. Because if I get more people who don't get it than what I'm saying, then I'll go back and try to straighten it out. But we'll just see. You can't define the word cheat. I see a bunch of ones up here. Everybody's getting what I'm saying. Right. So when you see people who use the word cheat, just like I said, that person wants to own the sexual organs of the other person. You're not dating the whole person. You're dating just their sexual organs. You ain't concerned about their mind or their heart or their emotions. You think that because their sexual organs went over there, they can't love you anymore. They can't think about you anymore. They can't help you mentally or spiritually anymore based off of the activity of one part of their body. They didn't mess up your credit. They didn't steal from you. They didn't physically abuse you. They still support you and still love you, but because their sexual organs went somewhere else, now it's over. This is why we such a primitive race on planet Earth. This is why other beings in other galaxies and even our own spiritual ancestors and spiritual parents don't want to deal with us. This is why it's so difficult for them. This is why we have to give so many big offerings, because our aperture of consciousness is so small. We looking at things so tiny. We don't want to look at it like this. We don't want to look at it and get our whole head in there. We want to look at it just like this right here. Why is it big news that they just discovered 7 Earth-like planets around a star close to ours? How can them planets been there? That sounds like Christopher Columbus. Sex is not avoidance, escaping, eluding, or thwarting. It sure isn't. Sex is healing and manifesting. That's what it is. He went over and did some healing, or she went over and did some healing and manifesting. Now, my problem is the word cheating. Now the act, if a person lied and says, this is where it gets jammed up at. I'm telling you that, oh, no one else on the planet can arouse me and I'm going to have total control. Now, if they can't hold that contract, then they reneged on the contract. But it's still honest. They did the best that they could. They did the best that they could. And maybe they aren't attracted to you like that. Maybe they're attracted to more than one person at a time. Because so many of you all get into a dishonest relationship and want the other person to promise that they'll never have feelings for another person ever again while they are with you. Don't let your feelings get around someone else because you're with me. This is ludicrous. Totally crazy. I mean, really, totally late night crazy because it's late. That's ridiculous to be talking like that. You're going to be with me, and because you're with me, I'm going to make the whole world disappear to you. Nobody can make you feel like I feel. The only person who can say that is the person. You can't tell me that nobody else can make me feel like you. I can say that about me, but nobody else can put that label on me. You can't say I have AB blood. I got O positive blood, O negative blood, excuse me. That's what I got. I'm gonna have O negative blood, single, relationship, mono, poly, whatever. And that's why relationships fall apart. Because of the lack of honesty with yourself. You tell yourself a lie first of, I'm going to live this romantic relationship that really don't work for nobody, that I grew up with, that I haven't changed the narrative of. And then you go and get into some type of agreement in a relationship with another person and share your own personal lie with them. You weren't honest with yourself, so you can't be honest with them. You lied to yourself, and now you're supposed to be trying to, what else can you do to the other person? And that's men and women. We such big liars as humans, because we don't have it figured out, and we don't, it's so much how we don't, we're so hard to like let go of something and think differently. It's not even about trying anything new. It's about thinking differently. We so hold on to, I'm going to die at 65, or I'm going to die at 80, or I probably won't see 100. You start programming yourself with that. And that becomes your reality. The whole thing about this person cheated on me and it destroys my life. He destroyed my family. For real? Somebody's sex organs destroyed your family? Are you listening to some of the things that come out of people's mouths? I'm so traumatized. I've been traumatized before. Not over sex. I've been traumatized over loving someone and the person didn't love me like I love them. I don't know if I was even traumatized. My feelings was hurt. You know what I'm saying? I felt a little disappointed because I was giving, and that person came back with honesty. Peace, Universal Queen. And they didn't hurt my feelings. They came back and respected me by being honest. Ms. Smith said, or hold on to the idea that your worth is tied up in somebody else's behavior. How, that's what, you can't make me feel bad off of your sexual organs is not going to make my whole body feel bad. Not by the activity that you do with someone else. That's your vagina. I think that all of us would have a significant